you know that reading can reduce stress levels by 68%? According to Dr. David Lewis, a cognitive neuropsychologist, and a study he conducted in 2009, this is true among other benefits. In the next few minutes, I will discuss books and the benefits of reading for leisure. We should make time for reading because it has many benefits, and if you can't find a book, that's okay, but there really are books for everyone. It is likely that people already know the benefits of reading, so why don't more people read? Well, first of all, reading takes time, and most would probably rather spend it on other things. Some examples of what we would rather spend our time on might include watching the never-ending Snapchat stories that pop up on our feed, or substituting it out for TV and Netflix. Don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of these things too. But even those few minutes before bed that we spend on Twitter can reduce stress if it was instead spent in a book. Another thing that people might argue is that we don't really need to read anymore. With the internet, there are so many sources that do the work for us. SparkNotes, for example. I'm sure we've all used it a couple times in an English assignment. Why would anyone read if you can just learn everything by reading a fraction of the length? Well, there are actually many reasons why people should read books instead. Poetically speaking, it allows us to explore worlds, minds, and ideas. There is so much time and effort that goes into publishing a book for us to read. Thinking about that really caused me to appreciate literature. An author is giving us insight into their mind, and the whole idea just fascinates me. Anyway, that's just me. There is, however, a lot of evidence that connects large vocabularies to reading. Learning words and how to spell them is heavily aided by reading and just being exposed to tougher words than are typically found in our daily language. As I mentioned before, reading reduces stress. Dr. Lewis also compared other activities to reading to see what reduced the most stress. And without a doubt, reading topped the list. Reading reduces stress by 68%, like I said. Listening to music is a close second at 61%. Having a calming cup of tea or coffee was calculated for 54%. Taking a walk ranked 4th at 42%, and a popular form of entertainment, video gaming, reduces only 21% of stress. Another thing that often holds people back is finding a book that they will actually like. Sometimes we start books that are hard to get into, but it really is important to try and read the whole thing. I read a book a few months back called Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. It took me forever to get through it because it wasn't all that engaging. However, after I finished it and reflected on it, it was really a good book. Now it's one of my favorites. Other times you get a book that just plain isn't good. But that shouldn't be discouraging because there are so many other ones. There are many different genres to choose from, and I have a couple examples here. One genre is historical fiction. Here I have a book called All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. It is set in World War II and tells about the life of a young blind French girl and a German boy that is forced to become a Nazi soldier during wartime. There are also historical nonfiction books about true historic events. Another popular genre might be sports, but I don't have any sports books here today. A popular author, though, might be Mike Lupica. Also, if you're really interested in a certain person, there's most likely a biography on them. Here I have a few today. I have Jackie Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, Alexander Hamilton, Cary Grant, JFK. There's so many, and if that would really spark your interest if you're interested in one person. That's just a few examples. The last couple genres I have, I just kind of combined into one. It's classic novels and then science fiction. This is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Some of you might have read it in school because it is a classic, but Ray Bradbury was also one of the very first science fiction writers. The book is about the future where firefighters burn books instead of putting out fires. So as you can see, there are plenty of options to choose from when it comes to what book you want to read. With all the benefits that books have, it's a wonder why more people don't do it. Sure, there are excuses why not to read, but once you start, you'll start finding excuses not to stop.